Let's look for smoke trailing from boots, trailing from grenades on the boots of the jumpers. I see bodies in free fall. They're actually flying their bodies. They're in that stable, spread, arched back position, flying toward the ground at speeds over 120 miles an hour. And just by making very small changes in the position of their hands and arms and legs, they can do all kinds of maneuvers in the air. They're actually flying their bodies. Now I see a canopy. I see more canopies. That's good. They maneuver toward each other, away from each other. You can do all kinds of things. You can fly all over the sky in free fall. It takes about 7 seconds to get up to that terminal velocity speed where you have this full dynamic pressure on you, and it's a wonderful feeling. I can tell you from the number of parachute jumps that I've made, nice to feel that wind against it. And now we see some smoke trailing from a grenade on the boots. I see that two of the jumpers, looks like two have already gotten their canopies together in what we call crew or canopy relative work. They fly their canopies toward each other. You'll see one of them, looks like he's standing in the risers of the parachutist beneath him. That's exactly what he is doing. Now it looks like we may have a third joined up there. But take a look at the other jumper that has the smoke system. He's got a whole bunch of grenades in a candy cane trailed out beneath him. He's going to set up a bunch of those hook turns we told you about before, and you'll see a nice candy cane spiral in the sky. There he goes. Now we've got two more jumpers. Got all the members of the team. Got them joined up in crew. Probably got some video being taken by one of them. The Navy Leapfrogs are based out of San Diego, California, but perform their precision free fall demonstrations throughout the United States. The team is composed of SEALs. That stands for Sea, Air, Land Commandos, and SWCS, pronounced just as I said it. It's SWCCS, pronounced SWCS, the Special Warfare Combat Craft Crewmen. These sailors are all highly motivated experts in their field and skilled in weapons, in diving, special operations, and as you can see, parachuting. The Leapfrogs have taken airborne insertion and transformed it into this graphic display of advanced precision parachuting. 3 canopies all together, all 3 of them coming down at once. Their descent rate is a little bit different from the individual canopies. But let's talk about that, because they control these parachutes by pulling on steering lines attached to the canopy, which is actually shaped like the wing of an aircraft. It's made of ripstop nylon. It's like a flexible wing glider. They change the shape of that wing, and that allows them to turn it by changing the lift centers across the wing. Pull down on the left, you turn to the left. Down on the right, you turn to the right. And when they set up for landing, you'll watch, they'll have both hands up around their shoulders on the steering lines. They'll pull down at the same time, and it changes the descent rate of the parachute. Now, we don't have the winds that we had earlier. Not quite as strong, but as they set up for their landing, as they apply these brakes, you can actually sometimes, if there's a little bit of wind, you can actually see them rise up for about a foot before they softly touch down. So we'll be watching for that as they come in. You know, many times people ask, why would we jump out of a perfectly good airplane? And to this, the Navy has 2 answers. First, there's no such thing as a perfectly good airplane. And secondly, why not? They have perfectly good parachutes. And also because it's great fun to do this. The Leapfrog's main parachute, these square canopies, a lot different from what I started jumping about 40 years ago. But look at the speed that they have flying with the wind. And now he's going to turn into the wind to slow his speed across the ground. Full brakes coming on. There they go. Here goes the brakes. He's slowing it down, slowing it down. Do you see him actually rise up a little bit? That's what we're talking about. First jumper on the ground. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that again. They are swooping across the ground. Now we got a little bit of wind picking up. This is great. This is just what they're looking for. There's those steering lines. You can see working them, changing that descent rate. Here we go. Full brakes coming on. Oh my goodness, a tiptoe landing. You can see the camera on his helmet. And bringing in the colors, another one of the members of the Leapfrog. 3 more. Oh, look at this. They have a downplane going. They're actually heading toward the ground at about, probably 40, 50 miles an hour. With this jumper gone, with just two of them, that's about 60 miles an hour straight down toward the ground. That's low enough, guys. Thank you very much. Navy proudly displayed on the underside of those canopies. Wow, that downplane is quite a maneuver. Okay, now they're going to set up for their landings. Let's watch the steering line use. There we go. A little bit of half brakes over there. Steering correction. Oh my, what a beautiful landing. Two beautiful landings. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your United States Navy leapfrogs. Our final jump. There's that final right turn. Full brakes coming on. Oh my, we just glide across. You can put your hand down underneath them. They touch down so softly. You get a chance to meet them. They're going to be over at the Navy Recruit.